Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I got a really great one for you. We're going to be looking at my roughly $39,000 dividend portfolio. We're going to be looking at the projections of it, how much I'm expected to be paid each month, and a whole lot more. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, now listen, if you guys are brand new to this channel, you're just coming here for the first time, well, I want to say welcome. My name is Dalton. This is D-Lits TV, and on this channel, we talk about all things investing. And what I wanted to cover in this video, again, is my roughly $39,000 dividend portfolio. About a month ago, I released my $34,000 dividend portfolio update, talked about some of the projections, and actually, a lot has changed since then, right? Clearly, the value has gone up, but I actually haven't invested all that much since that video because I was waiting to purchase a duplex. And now that that's done, I can get back into the stock market. I can keep on making investing content. But really, I think the most important thing is that these stocks have been growing. Dividends have been rolling in. I've been reinvesting the dividends. And eventually, one day, those dividends that are coming and being paid to me are going to be enough to cover every expense that I have. And that's kind of my overall goal. I know it seems a little bit crazy, especially for somebody my age.
You stupid.
They're not. But I really have a laser focus on making this a possibility in the future. And my overall goal is, again, just to retire and be able to live passively, do whatever I want and maximize the life that I have. Because the most valuable resource that we have is time. And being locked down to a 9-to-5 job, it really hinders that. And especially if you're in a position where you don't actually enjoy your job, like, I can't imagine sitting through my entire life like that, and I really want to be active about it, and that's where dividend investing has made the biggest impact for me. Now, jumping right into one of my bigger portfolios, this is the Robinhood investing portfolio that I have. You can see the value rate now is at $25,233. Yes, I use multiple brokerages, and that's how it equates up to that $39,000 valuation. I'll show you each one, but basically, a lot of people ask me, hey, why do you have so many different brokerages? And I just want to get that out of the way up front. The reason why I have and utilize many different brokerages is because it makes it easier for me to track and report back on this YouTube channel. But not only that, I want to be able to give people the opportunity to look into other brokerages that may work for them. First off, if you don't know what a brokerage is, it's basically these applications or these places that you're able to buy and sell stocks. So that's what Robinhood is. I use Webull Investing, M1 Finance. I use Acorns, even a number of different brokerages, and this video is compiling all those dividend payers and putting it into one central location. But again, this is my Robinhood portfolio. This is the most dividend centric. Most of the investments in this portfolio are dividend companies. Over the past day, up $43, past week, up $139, over the past month, up $1,100. Same with the 3 months, just a little bit higher, $1,300, and over the past year, up $4,287. One thing about me is that these investments are all pretty much safe companies. I'm not very risky. I hate having to check my portfolio day in and day out and lose sleep over the stocks that I invest in. So I really make it an emphasis to invest in well-established companies that I truly believe are going to make it for the long term and are going to incentivize me for holding their stock and pay me some of those dividends. So that's exactly what I try to do. Now, one of the cool things about Robinhood, you can sort out dividend payments that have been coming in, and you can look at your entire history and go all the way back to your very first dividend payment. So if you click on the little guy icon in the bottom right, you go into statements and history, you go to show more here, you can filter by dividends in the top, and this is going to show you all the dividends that you have pending, all the ones that have been paid to you in the past. So if I scroll all the way down, you can see my very first dividend payment was back in May of 2016 when I was 18 years old, just testing out the stock market for the first time. But going back towards the top, you can see that these are the current pending transactions going on. Pfizer, really happy with this investment. If I go in and view Pfizer, we're at all-time highs with Pfizer. This is one that I did a little bit of a pandemic play on, and it's starting to pay off. So I am up right now on Pfizer 31%. nearly $500. And that's really, really awesome to see for me. For a while, I was investing as they were going down even. But if you look at them over the past year, they've kind of fluctuated a little bit, but they shattered their ceiling, and they haven't been slowing down, right? Over the past week, it's up 6% alone. So hopefully that continues, but this is just one that I was happy investing in, getting $16 from their dividend, and going to just reinvest that back into other dividend paying companies. But going back to the statements and history here, I'm going to go back and sort it just so you guys get an overall view. Now, I'm not going to actually add up all these on screen like I've done in the past, because you guys know I use the Track Your Dividends website. But again, I use multiple different brokerages, multiple different accounts to use, and I try to put most of the dividend investing in this portfolio, but sometimes I've actually bought in other portfolios. So if I go into Webull investing right here, you can see if I go into the history tab and I go into dividend records here, you can see those different dividends that have been paid to me from this. So the highest being Chevron, that was a play that I made a while ago, up pretty decently on that as well. But these are all the dividends that I have been receiving in Webull. So definitely less than what Robinhood is at. I'm also using the M1 Finance application as well, and that houses my Roth IRA, and it houses a growth portfolio. So in this portfolio, I don't actually really invest in any dividend companies. There's a few that are very small, not large positions at all, but this is my growth portfolio. If I click over into my Roth IRA, what you're going to notice is this is primarily ETFs. And these do pay dividends. They're not the most money that you're going to receive in dividends, but I like to try and beat this portfolio with my other portfolios. So again, over the past year, this one's up 10%. Going back into Robinhood, checking out how this one is performing over the past year, this one's up 20%. So it's really awesome that I've been able to outpace, my market tracing portfolio, right? I think that as an investor, one of the most important things that you can do is really just try and beat the market. And if you're not beating the market, then you should probably start looking at investments that are just market tracers, right? Because on average, you're going to get around, 8 to 12% return annually on some of those investments like VTI. My personal favorite, but you guys know I'm not a financial advisor. Definitely do your own research into the investments that you're making. But what I want to do is jump right into the Track Your Dividends website, and I'll show you guys the projections and everything that's going on with this portfolio. So unfortunately, I'm having a really hard time getting this to display properly on my iPad right now. I'm going to go through it on my phone. You can see this is the portfolio. It says $39,214, and link to this website will be in the description as well. You can see the dividend yield on this portfolio is relatively low for a dividend portfolio. This is all of those dividend payments across a number of my portfolios, 2.69%. My yield on cost is 3.1%. Annual income of $1,053. It'll be interesting to see when that hits $1,200, because then I'll be technically making around $100 every single month. But as you guys know, dividend payments fluctuate. Some months are going to be higher than others. You'll see that in a second here. One thing that I want to mention as I scroll down, I looked at this off camera, is that if I sort by the dividend yield, some of them actually don't pay dividend yield in this portfolio. It's just a few at the top here, Tesla and a couple others, but not too much is invested in them, maybe around, $1,500. This portfolio is probably closer to $38,000, upper $38,000. If you guys want to see some of the cool features of this website, I can just click on the Robinhood investing portfolio. There's a number of different ways that you can sort, but this basically breaks it out. In that Robinhood portfolio, I'm getting $703 annually from. So you can see a great majority of those investments are within the Robinhood portfolio. You can sort by a whole bunch of different things here as I scroll through, just showing you guys. But basically, if you scroll to the very bottom, one of the coolest things is you can see the expected dividends that are coming in. So in August, I'm expected from Robinhood alone $32. The next month, $79. And this is what I was talking about, the prices fluctuating. Upcoming in October is $65, and so on and so forth. If I go back to the very top and I click on the three tabs in the top right, I can go ahead and look at different things like diversification. So on all of my entire portfolio, this is how it kind of breaks down. You can see if you're invested more in funds, what industries you're invested in. It's really cool to get a bunch of different visual breakdowns here as well. But what I like the most on this portfolio is the upcoming dividends and future value. If I click on the upcoming dividends, you can see, wow, look at that spike for September. That's going to be a really solid month for this portfolio. around $240. As you guys know, that's mainly buffed by Keenon Holdings that I've talked about in a couple different videos in the past. But you can see $43 coming in August, and then following this $241. I'll definitely make an update video next month showcasing and sharing all of those investments that I'm going to be rolling in that dividend payment from. So stay tuned for that. But then going on in the future, it drops back down to $70, and then some of the higher spikes are 123, 123, and 123 right there. So a lot of cool things to be able to check out. You can go ahead and scroll down and you're going to see exactly when these stocks are paying their dividends. So Apple, for example, August, then November, and then February. Like, you can just look at all of the different holdings that you have, see when they're going to be paying them, when it's projected, and it's really cool to look at that way. Now, this has been a really great website for tracking purposes, especially on this channel. If I go ahead and look at future value, you can see a number of different things here as well. So you can see in 10 years, I start with $1,053 in dividend income. 10 years from now, if I literally did not invest any more money, I just reinvested some of those dividends that are being paid, the dividend is going to grow to $2,653 overall. And you can see the expected value down here. So what's really cool about this projected values tab is you can see how much it's going to grow. If you start on the far left here, you can see that today the portfolio value is $39,220. That dividend payment coming in is $1,053. But if I scroll all the way over and we're going now 10 years out, it's going to pretty much double the portfolio, $62,834 with a $2,653 dividend coming in. And again, that is if I don't invest more out of pocket. As you guys know, I'm growing this portfolio. I continue adding more and more to it. So these numbers are just going to get bigger. And then if I look 25 years out, which I'll be 49 years old at that point, we'll see how much it's going to be worth if I weren't to invest anything else. So again, looking at where it starts, $39,000, and then going all the way to the right-hand side, checking on that value, $206,000, 716 as well. And then the annual income from that, from dividend payments alone, will be around $18,566. So this is just, being able to stick to it, make solid investments, invest in the right companies, continue growing your portfolio. This number is just awesome to watch grow and grow every single time I'm back in here. And looking at the projected value, it really keeps me coming back and investing more and more. All right, now listen, guys, that is pretty much all I have for you in this video here today. Tons more updates to come. We're on the chart. We're getting there towards financial freedom. And listen, if you did enjoy this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you would just click that like button. It's free to you, helps me out, promotes my channel, gets it out on other homepages. This camera's a little bit off right here. Got to move it that way. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for checking out this video and have a great day. Giddy up.